Welcome back to What's the Yakk?
Yeah.
So, what we're... y'all, I always fumble my words.
Okay.
So, y'all, let's yak about the whole blackface situation, honey. Let's get into it, baby. What's the yak on these streets about that old... who was it? Was it Prada?
No.
Or was it Gucci?
No.
Is it Gucci or is it Prada?
It's
or is it both?
It's both of them. Prada, Gucci. It's a few ones. Did you see Dunkin' Donut ad?
No.
God,
What happened with
that's
that?
just getting out of control.
What
It's getting out of control, girl. It's getting out of control. No. Oh, girl, Dunkin' Donut came out. Hold on, y'all, with the blackface, because I know we was going to go in one direction, but I got to get my sis together. Dunkin' Donuts done went in a direction of a all dark chocolate donut. And they, girl, hold up. All dark chocolate donut. And in the ad, it has, you can tell this is not a black woman, but a female covered in the darkest of black.
Okay.
With pink lips holding this donut. Girl, okay, hold on, y'all.
So y'all know it's been some YouTubers online. It's been a trend on YouTube where you have people that with lighter skin tones using shades that are about 10 times. What the?
Stop. Yep. Yeah, come on, some of the darker shades.
No, real life, this shit is trending. People doing that. And I mean, it makes absolutely zero sense to me.
So,
but let me ask, okay, so just to play devil advocate a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me yak about this. So, and this is still pertaining to blackface in the sense of someone that's white doing their makeup, doing their skin tone as if they are black or where their ethnicity is ambiguous. You really can't tell. And I may not have said that word right, but y'all know what I mean. They know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But I mean, it's been a lot of YouTubers doing that though. I've seen that quite a bit. Now, this is what I'm going to get into. What's the difference in them doing that, using makeup to darken their skin, and black people or people of melanin using products to lighten their skin almost to the point where they literally have no color? They ain't even white. They just a whole nother race.
There is absolutely no difference. I am not finna sit here and give black people a pass for that because I think that's stupid. And I'm not going to allow any other race to for a pass. You are you. Accept you. Now, I understand maybe some discoloration you got from acne. Okay, cool. You need to lighten up some things. But when you want to turn yourself from one situation to a whole new situation and it's not real, it's not you. You don't even look like yourself. Right. No, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
So when you going from you being born this color to taking lightening medication to now you this color, or you born this color and you want to put on makeup and stuff to make yourself this color, it's an issue.
Yeah, it is.
Period. You want white face, black face, whatever, like all of it is some mess. But let's get into these corporations.
But, and here, hold on before we go into that corporation.
Okay.
How can I put this? To me, it's so much more insulting. But it's insulting both ways. I'm lying. Because when I see people going out of their way to put this makeup on, to get booty injections and hips and wear your hair a certain way, it irks my soul. But then I turn around and I irk my soul when it's different. It's like, okay, yeah, this is the white hair. This is the white hair. This ain't the black hair. I get it. But when we talking about modifying your body completely to be something different, it irks my soul. And I think it more so come from the brainwash. The brainwash is you are not pretty.
Unless you look more European. The more white, more European you look, the prettier. The standard of beauty is still European, but then when you get Europeans or white girls putting on, making their bodies, which is typically melanin women body shapes and things like that, then I would say it. Basically, on me, it don't look good. On a European woman, it's amazing.
It's more accepted.
Yeah.
You can accept.
It becomes mainstream at that point.
Exactly. It becomes exotic.
Yeah.
It becomes the thing to do. It's the new trend to do. And it's insulting to me that I'm now your trend. You know, like you're going out.
You put me on like a suit.
Right.
And then when you tired of it, you take me off.
You know?
Right.
But you don't go through those struggles that I go through. You don't go through, any of that of being an actual true black person, because the moment things get hard, all you gotta do is take a shower. And that's my issue with it.
Right.
So, but moving on. Let's get on to these campaigns.
Right. The corporation. No, I think all of that ties into blackface, though. I think I mean, there's two ways. Either corporations can create a trend, or the people create a trend that the corporations pick up. And I think with it being so popular, I think so, because I don't think a couple of months ago you had the thing with Prada, but they were already doing, per se, the blackface makeup trend online, on YouTube. And so the corporations just jumped on that bandwagon. Now, go ahead. Say it, honey. Say it. Yak, yak, yak.
Here's the problem that I have with these high-end corporations, these high-end fashion
houses.
Yes. Yeah. They do too much. They do too much. Like, you ain't hot unless we make you hot. Let me just say that real quick. You campaign towards us because at the end of the day, our swag is so legit that we make people want it. So if you think about this, Gucci was a falling off company. You can say it how you want to say it, look at it how you want to look at it. You was not that hot in the limelight. You went out your way to hire a black person to market to black people. Before, it wasn't a lot of Gucci stuff that appealed to us. No. We was getting in it, we was kind of swagging it out, but it was like still like, oh, we need something a little bit more swag.
Hip-hop to it, yeah.
Right. So you go and you hire a black person to market to us, and then we put it in the videos. Gucci this, Gucci bandana. I'm Gucci today. We rocking with Gucci this, Gucci that, Gucci this. It's all in our lingo now. And guess what happens to your stock market? Your stock market starts to rise. You know what I mean? So to me, how dare they cut it off? How dare you? How dare you? I can't believe how dare you? The very people that put money in your pocket is the very people that you're like, oh, it was a mistake. I'm sorry.
But what happens when you have a Beyonce, though, wearing it?
Again.
Because then doesn't it say at that point black people are okay with it? I mean, their superstar, their queen, Beyonce wearing it.
Okay, so hold on. Pause for a second. Beyonce coat can be perceived to be this, but her coat was painted by an artist to look this way. That is not Gucci nor Prada. She has something that she wants to claim that somebody painted on it. Okay, so do I think that it's on the line of blackface? I absolutely do. Do I think that she should have thought about that before she put that on? I absolutely do, because you are in the limelight, and for the last album in the last wave that she's been on some real,
black empowerment, everything.
Black everything. You know what I mean? So like with that situation, I don't know if she didn't see it that way.
Now I did see a second picture of a clown. And I mean, it could have looked. And
that's like what I said. And I was like, I don't know if she saw it that way, or if she saw it as just graffiti.
An homage to Crumpin'. Because when I first seen it, that's what I thought about the clown.
Because it has like a whole bunch of stuff in the background, and it's like little flowers like floating all over the place. So at the end of the day, we can easily say it can be looked at like it's a part of blackface. But the real issue is, how these companies are going overboard. Then you got Prada that got the little keychain that's doing the most.
And see, that was my thing was, it's an extra slap in the face though that Gucci has come out with something that can be perceived as blackface after we just a few months ago through the whole thing with Prada.
And before that, we went through it with H&M when they got the little boy with the black sweater.
I don't know. I had to cool off about that though, cause his mama was like, "Oh shoot, I'm good. I don't care." So it's like you fighting a battle for somebody that don't want you to fight the battle for them.
It ain't about fighting the battle for them. It's the fact of the matter that it's disrespectful as a whole. She might not care about her child, but at the end of the day, it's a company that has not taken a keen eye. And let's just say this. These companies, when it comes to designing something new and making something hot and making it for the buyer, they go through a whole team. And a team comes together and says, and they have a keen eye to say if this is going to be hot, if this is going to be not, if it's going to be offensive, if it wouldn't be offensive. There's a whole team for this. Okay, so either the team failed or somebody said, I don't care what you say, it's going out. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it was a small mistake, because it has to pass through so many hands before it can even get to that runway, before it can even get to that market. Okay? And half the time, these companies are doing it purposely because they'll look at it as any type of attention is good attention. And it'll bring out some people that will say, oh, well, fuck them black people.
Well, right, exactly. And that's the thing about it is right now, the two things are trending to me. It's very trendy to be very hip-hop, very black-like. Mm-hmm. But then it's also very trendy to be very KKK-ish, mm-hmm. white supremacist-ish, fuck everybody that ain't white-ish, because that's what makes America great. So I think...
And I don't know if y'all watched this show before, but dear white people, okay... It is okay to like our swag. It is okay to like black people, period. That does not mean that you need to take on our persona at all.
And I think it's a way to do it, though, that it's not offensive. Like, some girls are born with or grow into bigger hips, bigger behinds. They have more voluptuous. I've seen a lot of women that are very voluptuous naturally.
Yeah.
Now, when you start, your skin color is this color though, and you put on makeup to make it this color, that's why I have an issue.
Right.
With.
It's like
I don't care about the big lips and all that other shit. That's if they want to fuck their bodies up and they face up, that's on them.
But it's coming from us though. Like I understand that part is on them. They want to fuck their body up, okay, whatever. But like point blank is not okay. I understand that you might be infatuated with the culture. But that is not okay. And black people, we're coming from a situation where it's like black was not okay and we needed to be anything but black, And
I think that's the part I think a lot of Europeans, Caucasians, white, whatever term you decide to use, may be missing. Is that the reason black people, we straighten our hair, we have not all, but most. The reason we straighten our hair, they want to lighten in their skin, they want to be, speak what would be considered more European, is because we are in a culture that in the past, and sort of still now, in order to survive, you had to take on that persona because then that made you safe. The more you spoke the broken language of our African ancestors, which we call slang or whatever. What was the other word they called it? Ebonics. Then the more you were not considered safe. You were the ones that, society or mainstream had to stay away from. So we kind of didn't really have an option. It was kind of like either I'm going to conform and survive, or I'm not, and that results in me not thriving. Whereas on the other side, if you don't put on things that look more African American or black or whatever you want to call it, nobody's gonna look at you negative. Nobody's gonna say, "Oh, well, she's a white girl and her booty ain't big enough." They might now though. And that's the thing about it, because I find that they may be sort of in a fucked up place now too, because it's expected because of the Kim Kardashians that they have bronze, that they have, a tan. Cause
they're overdoing it though.
A
like,
tan, the big
be
butt,
okay
big
with you though. Be okay with you because that's what makes the world is diversity. That what makes you unique. That's what makes you you. Like, I can't say that enough. Like, I have Caucasian friends that is the lightest of light, and I think that they're so beautiful. And they think that they need more tan. They need to be tanner. They need to be darker. And I'm like, love your skin for what it is because your skin is gorgeous.
Right.
I know some really dark people, like dark as a dark, and I admire their skin tone so much. I think they're so gorgeous.
Yeah.
But to them, they feel like they need to be lighter.
Right. Well,
diversity is needed, and we need to start accepting ourselves. Now, does that have anything to do with Gucci them and Prada? Yes, because they are mainstream. They are the ones that's like basically pumping to you like what's beautiful and what's not.
Right.
The fact of the matter is
what's
that
trendy.
you are there's nothing trendy about that damn sweater. I'm sorry. A sweater that comes up to here with big red lips, there's nothing trendy about that whatsoever. Now, had you threw some damn bedazzled diamonds on that bitch,
or just had a slit. I mean, just had a mouth opening without the lips.
Right. Like I said, had you throw some diamonds on that bitch and made that bitch really trendy, then I probably would have been like, okay, they just, some lips. And then you didn't make it that big. But you just put it as some lips because women, we love lipstick. We love that. We love that. You know what I mean? So if you did that, you probably would have been in so much trouble. But you knew.
So what if they come out with one that has different color lips? Like you could buy it in pink, purple, orange, green lips. Does that then not become
it would have softened the blow because when you look at blackface is black with big red lips. It would have softened the blow had you did something different to it. Just market it a little bit different. It would soften the blow. You'd probably be like, it's black, so I don't know. But if you had it in different colors, though, if you had it in a white, and you had your white girl out there with the red lips on, we wouldn't even been thinking like this right now. Can we be honest real quick?
New colors.
Yeah.
Just pitch black with the red
big
lips.
red lips. Let's just be real right now. There's so many ways that you could have went about this, but you decided to put it on a very fair Caucasian woman in a very dark black sweater that comes up with the big red lips. For what? For what? You had no reason.
It does. At that point, when you break it down like that, it really does seem to be very deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
That they knew exactly the outcome. They knew exactly what the reaction was going to be. And either that's what they wanted so that they could trend, they could be talked about.
Exactly.
Or they, picking a side.
It's both. And that's my point. My point is this.
Because Nike picked a side now, Gucci's picked a side.
I'm just saying that these companies are doing this purposely. And I think that we need to really consider what we're spending our money on. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
But let's just keep it 100. Is the black people gonna care?
No.
Is people gonna stop buying Gucci?
They will for now, but I'll give it a couple of months and they'll be right back to buying Gucci. Girl,
because if it's trendy and if it's hot and it's...
Girl, I saw online this black lady going dumpster diving for all the Gucci. Like,
hey, I seen that. I saw that. You hear me?
She was just like,
she dumpster diving at?
All right. She probably
I wonder what dumpster she getting that Gucci out of. I'm finna go find me somebody. You hear me?
Listen to you. So you gonna rock the Gucci?
Bitch, listen. I ain't dumpster diving, but I might rock that Gucci. Smelling like a whole lot of trash.
I can't. I would not be rocking Gucci. I don't care if it was given to me for free.
Smell like some...
I won't be rocking no Gucci. I won't be rocking
no
Prada.
not the Gucci. I'm not rocking Gucci.
But that's what she dumpster diving for.
No, but the dumpster diving happened before the blackface. That I was thinking like pre-blackface, not now. Like, no. I wasn't rocking Gucci before the blackface. So first off, I can't afford Gucci. Second off, I didn't really like their prints.
I think Gucci for men look better than Gucci for women.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Only thing I made Gucci look good.
And you know the little druggers, they love wearing Gucci, girls, so they got Gucci
I can
down.
see Gucci belts like with the 2 G's.
Nah, you know the Gucci shoes, the Gucci belt, the Gucci little bag.
Man, who the one is the red, like the red and the green? And
That's Gucci.
yeah, that's I see like that.
That's Gucci, yeah. But
I didn't like Gucci.
only thing I like about Gucci was their perfume, but now y'all won't even get that off me. Anyways,
Right. Oh, the blackface, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to 21 Savage.
So
what else we got to say about this blackface thing? So
I think it's getting out of control, and I think it's getting out of control because of everything that's going on right now. It's
I don't think it's getting out of control. I think those people, in the light of everything that is going on, those people that are putting out those type of images to represent their company is deliberately doing it. They know exactly what they're doing, and you know. They know black folks ain't gonna stop buying the shit, so it ain't even gonna matter.
I just want y'all to stop buying it. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's other brands that you can buy into. You got YSL, you got Fendi, you got Versace, you got Ferragamo. Like, you do not have to continue to support people that is so much hating you. Like, you're bringing yourself back to slavery. Like, where you're constantly brainwashing yourself to say that this, I have to have this because it makes me look more rich.
Right. Stockholm syndrome.
I'm still fucked up with Dunkin' Donuts. I can't with that. Like, what was y'all thinking with that damn ad?
They picking a side. People, you wondering what? Everybody know where Nike stands, and so therefore the rest don't feel like, you know.
Can you just tell me, like, even if you wanted to, like, say chocolate, why couldn't you just get a black woman, nice chocolate African
black woman, and paint her even darker or whatever,
right?
Or just find. I mean, I've seen some gorgeous blue. I call them blue black. God, forgive me if it's offensive, y'all.
You know that one high fashion model? She's.
I mean, skin just glow. She's so dark and beautiful, and the skin's just so. Ooh,
you could if you did that, it would have been more accepted versus what you did.
But that's the thing. You got to think about whose acceptance was they trying to get. Maybe they got the acceptance of the people they were trying to get, and it wasn't black people.
Child, let me tell you, I can yak about this all day long. All I'm trying to say
now, let me ask you this. What if you find out that the lady is actually a very fair-skinned black lady?
I still have a problem.
Just wondering.
I still have a problem. I had a problem when Beyonce did blackface.
When did she do blackface?
Excuse me.
Ooh,
ladies and gentlemen.
My lace front been snatched.
Heck no.
And my BET voice.
Okay.
So yeah, while she looking this up for me to see. Cause child, I didn't know Beyonce had done did blackface. So she done did blackface. She got this coat that looked questionable. I don't know. That's my girl. I be trying to make excuses for Beyonce, child, but what the?
She did that back in 2011.
Why? What was the point?
So my answer is I have a problem with it, period. It's one thing if you're dark and they're putting foundation on you to make you look more clear or more glowing, but when you take someone with such a fair skin and put the darkest of makeup
10 shades darker than what their skin tone is.
Now I don't know if it was her trying to honor.
Yeah, why you couldn't get no dark skinned women to do it if you want to honor your African ancestry?
I have a problem with it.
Yeah, it felt the same as if someone white did blackface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if that was somebody, Dunkin' Donuts, that was somebody, I I would still feel the same. I would still feel like, why did you pick that individual to do that ad? Regardless if she's black or not, she's not that dark. So you still...
Because this is the reality. Whatever skin tone you're looking for is somebody out there that is gorgeous, beautiful, with that skin tone that you can do that with, where you don't have to alter their skin color completely. It's something wrong with that. It just is. And that's just across the spectrum. Whether you got someone black and you lighten them up to look ambiguous or look more white, or you got someone white and you making them darker, or if you got a black person and you making them 20 shades darker because it's a dark skinned black person out there, you know, it's a mess.
I just feel like we just need to stop putting on each other's skin, point blank. And you, sorry, but Caucasians, you guys, you do it too much. Like you do it with Asian people. You put the tape there, you put kimonos on to look like Chinese or Asian descent. You do it with Indians. You make a mockery of almost every race but your own, and it's so degrading. And I just feel like it at some point it's okay. Like someone would say, "Oh, well, we're honoring it." No, you're not. You're making fun of it. You know, you dress it up like it's Halloween. You're not doing it from a place of
love
and respect. Because if you was doing it from a place of love and respect, then you would probably bring in somebody black to say, "Hey, are we doing too much?" Like, you know, when they did the whole fashion show for Black Panther, you know, they had they had a whole fashion show that was dealing with the movie Black Panther. And, you know, the whole Wakanda thing where they had, like, you know, the way they was dressing and stuff like that. The designer decided to partner with African people to make sure that what they was putting out on the stage was something that was not offensive. So if you're doing it with love and respect, then don't you think that you should hire in people to make sure you're doing it the right way? What's the little Mexican cartoon movie? Coco?
Yeah.
Okay. So when Disney decided to do Coco, they brought in people from Mexico. Like, they took the whole crew to Mexico to make sure that they was getting how Mexicans were actually living, and they wasn't doing making sure they wasn't doing anything that was offensive. That's when you do something when you have love and respect for someone. You're trying to honor it in the right way. Y'all not doing it, so that's why we got a problem.
Do you think it's just due to a lack of not knowing better?
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
You're doing the most with this one now. Again, we have a whole line of people here in this damn campaign. It's going to go through so many hands. They had a big ass table that probably could sit by 18 people
not
at
the
one
corporations.
time.
I think the corporations are full of shit.
Oh.
But just the average individual. Not the corporations. Yeah, they full of shit.
I think sometimes the average individual get caught up in fantasizing about being something that they're not. That's what the average me, you know, you're going through, like, because you see, you know, all the time suburban kids dressing like they're from the hood in Atlanta, you know.
Yeah, right. They ain't from
saying nigga this, nigga that. You know, they get caught up in their life, like, right. You know,
because they listen to rap, and so they're emulating what they see and hear.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when you start putting on makeup to make yourself look darker, you done took it too far.
Yeah, that's too far.
Now you can put on some clothes. I'll let you do clothes because we do clothes. Like, everybody do clothes. Like,
what do you mean clothes?
Like, I'll let you dress
African garb.
That's went too far.
I was like, what you mean clothes? Cause okay, listen.
That's white Africans though.
This Afrikaans. They're called Afrikaans, not Africans.
Oh, my bad.
We with a K. I'm just saying that's what they say. They Afrikaans with a K. But I researched because what's her name? It's a white actress that's Afrikaan.
There's a lot of white African.
I'm just saying she's really popular though. She's like major. I can't think of what her name is right now. But Charlize Theron.
I'm not good with names. I gotta see pictures, but go ahead.
Yeah, Charlize Theron is Afrikaan.
What's she playing?
She be a lot of stuff.
Give me something.
I don't know.
Okay, don't worry. I'll look it up later. But go ahead. She said what?
Hey, Siri. Siri don't never answer me. By the way, never. Charlize Theron.
Sorry, I couldn't find Never Answer Me in your music.
Smart ass. Charlize Theron.
Seems like I cut you off.
Alright, so anyway, yeah, this is it.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
iPad don't work. But well, going back to what I was going to say, I'm going to be honest, because I be a little bit conflicted. And I'm going to tell you why. Not about the blackface. Ain't no conflict in that. I like wearing Indian, like, I like observing other cultures and, like, you know, the hairstyle, the makeup, the way they dress. I love it. And so I wonder, like, you know, at this place, what is cultural appropriate? Like, am I appropriating this culture, or am I showing, you know, my love for it, like my admiration for it?
And this is that's what I meant by some certain things, like, cause I do it a lot with I love Indian, like the asterisk and all this. I just love everything about the Indian culture. I think that is a culture that nobody really talks about. But I love their culture. I love just the authenticity of it.
Right, from the henna to the
everything about it. I love it. But and I think I struggle with that too, because that is probably that's exactly what I meant earlier about us. I can get away with clothes because we all do certain things like that, like, you know, point blank. But that's why I say when you start changing, like if you come to me now and start trying to act like you just completely Indian, I got a problem. I got a problem. Like
I don't even wear street American clothes.
Yeah, you know,
keep them Westerner clothes.
Okay, you know, switch it up all together. But if it's a few pieces here and there, you know, I can accept that, because clothes, you know, that's something that is universal. We want to dip and dabble through every culture. Like
You say that, but you said that if a white person wears African clothes, that may
if he put on a whole dashiki with the hat, it's a no. But I don't see Caucasian people that has, like, you know, it might be like a little jean shirt that has like the little African print right here, and I'm not messed up with that. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that bothers me. To me, that is a pattern right there. That's not That's not the whole
cultural appropriation. I love this pattern. So
yeah, and I think it's cool. I think I like it. You know, point blank. If you like it,
yeah. But you saying okay? So it's okay if they wear a little pocket, just not the whole outfit.
I don't think you should be dressed from head to toe of somebody's culture. No, I don't. I think
okay. I can't go by me in the Indian dress.
I really a little Indian dress.
With the dot. I want the dot and everything.
Oh yeah, you taking it too far with that dot. I'm sorry, but that's just me. That's my opinion. To each his own. But that's just my opinion. If I got a little henna on my hand, that's one thing that I am just like, oh, this is so beautiful. That's just how I feel. But I'm not about to have the henna with the dot, with the clothes, with the hair.
It's too much.
It's too much. It's almost like it's Halloween.
Yeah, I guess.
And then she's slick, look like she's Indian for real. So
that's why I want right. Maybe I want to culturally appropriate. Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're gonna move on because I threw my own self under the bus.
Yakk.
Get off that topic, then.
But that is my opinion, everybody. You do what you want to do, but just understand that there's people that's going to look at you and say how they actually feel.
Right. From that culture.
That culture, you know.
And I'll tell you, honestly, anyway, another day. Life stories, we'll get into that. But I was just exposed to an Indian culture, and I love studying religions. Mm-hmm. And so they saw that I had the Savita. I may have said that wrong. And they were super excited about it. So I do agree that, you know, everybody's okay with people taking pieces of their culture, but when you trying to put it
the whole persona together,
then
like,
it becomes sort of like
then it was like,
almost like a joke. Or,
and they were like, oh, well, what tribe? And you looking like,
oh, I don't know that much.
I ain't, and I was disrespectful.
But see, then where does that go when you have, let's say someone that's from Russia, but they put on the Scottish garb? Is that offensive?
To that culture, it is, because you're not of that culture. Like those Celts mean something to them.
Each pattern is a certain tribe.
It means something to them. So to that culture, yes, you're not from our culture. So what makes you feel okay with putting that on?
You're disrespecting our family legacy by wearing our family flag or whatever.
Exactly, and it's exactly that. It's exactly that. So like, yes, it is, but we don't talk about it enough. We don't. Go to each other and say, okay, what's appropriate, what's not. You just go and do it.
I agree with you.
Unless we talking about a movie here, and even with the movies, I still feel like
the movies be too far. They go too far.
Always doing too much.
They do, yeah.
They doing too much, picking the wrong people. That's just like, we wait till we get to the Grammys.
But as we can see, when it comes to blackface and everything surrounding that, whether you're Beyonce doing it, Prada doing it, or YouTubers doing it, it's not appropriate. It's not okay. It is offensive. It can be offensive both ways, whether you're someone that's darker, trying to make yourself extremely light, or someone that is light and trying to make yourself darker. But it becomes a step further, I think, for African Americans, just because we have such a negative history in America of our culture being made characters and put on like costumes and then thrown to the wayside. So
absolutely. Well, I want to say thank you for tuning in. We want you to like, share, please comment. We are looking for you guys to comment. We love the feedback. We want to know if there's any topics that you guys want to talk about, if there's anything that we talked about in the past that maybe you want to touch on and want us to bring it up again. Like, basically just film it and have an open conversation about it. And also share.
Share. Yep.
Yeah, share.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, subscribe.
And yeah. She knew it was one of the messages she was
I forgot one of them.
It's all right. Anyway.